In our journey through life, we encounter a diverse array of personalities, each with their unique traits and intentions. Unfortunately, not everyone we meet possesses good intentions. Some individuals may be inherently negative or manipulative, skillfully hiding behind a charming facade that conceals their true nature. Recognizing the signs of a bad character can save us from unnecessary emotional turmoil and guide us toward healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Here, we explore 7 distinct signs that may indicate someone has a bad character, enriched by insights from Stoic philosophy that can help us identify and manage these challenging individuals. Sign 1. Superficial charm that masks their true intentions. In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, one of the most beguiling traits exhibited by individuals with bad character is their superficial charm. This facade often draws people in, creating an illusion of warmth, friendliness, and genuine interest. However, behind this charming exterior lies a more sinister reality, self-serving intentions masked by charisma. Understanding this deceptive quality is crucial for navigating social interactions and protecting oneself from potential harm. Superficial charm operates much like a magician's sleight of hand. It captivates and distracts the audience from the underlying trickery. Individuals possessing this trait excel at making others feel special and valued, often engaging in flattery or complimenting others to win their favor. They are masters of creating an emotional connection that feels deep and sincere, even when it is anything but. This can manifest in various social settings, whether at work, in social circles, or within families. For example, consider a new employee who quickly ingratiates themselves with the team by showering colleagues with compliments and expressing admiration for their work. Initially, this behavior may seem endearing and supportive. However, as time passes, you may notice that this individual is not only seeking personal accolades, but also subtly undermining the confidence of others to elevate their status. They might share your ideas as their own, or manipulate conversations to ensure that their voice remains dominant, effectively overshadowing genuine contributions from others. This duplicitous behavior is not just damaging to team dynamics. It can also create an environment of mistrust and anxiety, making it difficult for others to feel secure in their roles. The danger of superficial charm lies in its effectiveness. This quality can often lead to confusion and misjudgment. When we encounter someone who seems consistently engaging and attentive, we may overlook red flags, rationalizing their behavior as harmless or even benevolent. Emotional investment in the relationship may occur as we believe the individual has our best interests at heart, only to discover that their charm was merely a tactic to achieve their own goals. Consider the case of a charismatic leader who rallies their team with enthusiasm and vision. They may inspire loyalty and admiration, yet behind closed doors, their decisions may prioritize personal interests over the collective well-being of the team. A classic example of this can be seen in corporate scandals, where leaders initially portray a supportive and engaging persona to foster trust and loyalty, only to betray that trust for personal gain. The fallout often leaves team members feeling disillusioned and betrayed, highlighting the devastating effects of superficial charm. Such experiences not only impact the morale of the team, but can also lead to a toxic work environment where distrust festers and collaboration suffers. From a Stoic perspective, it is essential to maintain a degree of skepticism toward appearances. Stoicism teaches us the importance of grounding ourselves in reason and observation, rather than being swept away by emotional responses. The Stoics emphasized that true virtue is revealed through actions over time, rather than through mere words or charming presentations. The idea is that while someone may present themselves in an appealing manner, it is their consistent behavior that ultimately reflects their true character. To navigate interactions with those exhibiting superficial charm, Stoics would advise individuals to practice mindfulness and maintain emotional detachment. By observing behaviors consistently, rather than being swayed by initial impressions, one can unveil the true intentions that lie beneath the charming exterior. For example, if someone continually seeks praise or acts overly accommodating, it may warrant a closer examination of their motives. Are they genuinely supportive, or are they seeking to manipulate the dynamics for their benefit? Consider some practical scenarios to illustrate this point. At a party, you may meet someone who enthusiastically compliments your outfit and engages you in lively conversation. Initially, their charm may seem flattering, but as you interact further, you might notice they frequently redirect the conversation to highlight their accomplishments, overshadowing others. This creates an uncomfortable dynamic where you are left questioning whether the interaction was ever about genuine connection or simply about them. Similarly, in a workplace setting, imagine a colleague who appears to champion your projects, offering praise and support during meetings. However, when it comes time for evaluations, you discover they have misrepresented your contributions to secure a promotion for themselves. This not only undermines your efforts, but also reveals their willingness to exploit your work for their gain. In friendships, you may develop a close bond with someone who seems genuinely interested in your life, sharing laughter and support. However, over time, you realize their questions serve to gather information for gossip rather than foster a genuine connection. Their tendency to discuss others negatively may eventually extend to you, revealing their underlying disposition to use relationships as tools for manipulation. Understanding the trait of superficial charm is crucial for safeguarding oneself against individuals with bad character. By remaining observant and grounded in reason, we can discern the underlying motivations of those who may initially seem charismatic and appealing. The Stoic philosophy encourages us to value consistent actions over charming words, empowering us to navigate relationships with clarity and wisdom. Recognizing superficial charm as a potential red flag can protect us from emotional manipulation and foster healthier, more authentic connections in our lives. Ultimately, cultivating awareness around this trait allows us to engage in relationships built on trust, respect, and genuine mutual support, rather than the fleeting allure of superficiality. By approaching social interactions with a discerning mindset, we empower ourselves to forge connections that are not only enjoyable but also enriching, steering clear of those who would seek to use our trust for their own benefit. In the end, the ability to see beyond charm and into the essence of character is a powerful tool in navigating the complexities of human relationships. Sign 2. Lack of empathy. One of the most striking indicators of a person with a bad character is their profound lack of empathy. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a cornerstone of healthy human interaction. It allows individuals to connect, communicate, and respond to each other in meaningful ways. When someone lacks empathy, they not only fail to understand the emotions of others, but often show a blatant disregard for their feelings, leading to damaging and toxic relationships. Individuals with a lack of empathy may appear emotionally detached, responding to the struggles or triumphs of others with indifference or even dismissiveness. They might gloss over serious issues, making light of situations that require sensitivity and compassion. For instance, when a friend is going through a tough time, such as the loss of a loved one or a serious health issue, rather than offering support or understanding, a person lacking empathy may say something like, "You'll get over it," or "just move on." Such responses not only invalidate the person's feelings, but can also exacerbate their sense of isolation and despair. This absence of empathy often manifests in various aspects of life, including personal relationships, workplaces, and social interactions. For example, in a workplace setting, an employee who lacks empathy may overlook the challenges their colleagues face during a demanding project. Instead of offering help or encouragement, they might criticize others for not meeting deadlines, failing to recognize the pressures and struggles their teammates endure. This behavior can create a toxic work environment, leading to decreased morale and increased stress among employees who feel unsupported and misunderstood. Consider a scenario where a colleague receives a promotion. While most people would celebrate this achievement and offer congratulations, someone with low empathy may respond with jealousy or passive-aggressive remarks, undermining the celebratory atmosphere. Instead of sharing in the joy, they may question the merit of the promotion, saying, "I'm surprised they chose you. I thought your work was mediocre." This lack of support and appreciation not only damages relationships but can also foster resentment and division within a team. The Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights into the significance of empathy in fostering strong relationships and moral character. Stoics teach that empathy is essential for understanding our shared humanity and the interconnectedness of our experiences. Recognizing the pain or joy in others allows us to cultivate compassion and respond with kindness. When we encounter someone who demonstrates a lack of empathy, it serves as a reminder of the importance of practicing empathy ourselves, while also setting boundaries to protect our emotional well-being. From a Stoic perspective, we should remain vigilant and recognize the signs of emotional detachment in others. If we notice that someone consistently disregards the feelings of those around them, it may indicate a deeper character flaw. For example, during group discussions, if one person regularly interrupts others to assert their opinions without considering how their words may affect the group dynamic, it reflects a lack of awareness and empathy. Their tendency to dominate conversations often leaves others feeling invalidated and frustrated, stifling open communication and collaboration. Moreover, individuals lacking empathy may struggle with maintaining meaningful relationships. Their inability to engage in heartfelt conversations or provide support during difficult times can leave friends and loved ones feeling unvalued and unsupported. For instance, if a friend reaches out to share a personal struggle and the response is dismissive or focused solely on the listener's perspective, it may signal a deeper issue. Over time, such interactions can erode trust and create emotional distance, leading to the eventual breakdown of the relationship. Recognizing a lack of empathy in others is essential for safeguarding our emotional health. It is crucial to protect ourselves from the emotional drain that can result from interacting with individuals who consistently fail to show compassion. Setting healthy boundaries can help mitigate the impact of their indifference. For example, if a friend continually disregards your feelings, it may be necessary to have a candid conversation about your needs and expectations in the relationship. Alternatively, you may choose to distance yourself from individuals who consistently demonstrate a lack of empathy, allowing you to surround yourself with those who uplift and support you. In summary, the lack of empathy is a significant sign of a person with a bad character. It can lead to toxic interactions, damaged relationships, and emotional turmoil for those on the receiving end of such behavior. By recognizing the signs of low empathy, we can better protect ourselves and prioritize our emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate empathy within ourselves and to engage with others from a place of understanding and compassion. This approach fosters healthier relationships, allowing us to navigate the complexities of human connection with resilience and integrity. Ultimately, prioritizing empathy not only enriches our lives but also empowers us to create a more compassionate and supportive community around us. Sign 3. Manipulative Behavior. Manipulative behavior is a hallmark of individuals with a bad character, acting as a concealed weapon they wield to achieve their personal agendas at the expense of others. Unlike straightforward individuals who communicate openly and honestly, manipulators employ cunning psychological tactics designed to influence, control, and exploit those around them. Their methods can be subtle and insidious, making it challenging to identify their true intentions until significant emotional or relational damage has occurred. One prominent feature of manipulative behavior is the use of flattery and charm to disarm their targets. For instance, consider a manipulative colleague who regularly praises your work, claiming, "You're the only one who truly understands this project. I need your insights to make it successful." This initial admiration can create a sense of importance and validation, leading you to feel appreciated and valued in the workplace. However, this charm often serves a dual purpose: to build a sense of obligation and to create a dependency that the manipulator can exploit later. Once you feel indebted or overly flattered, they may begin to ask for favors that compromise your own priorities or ethical standards, eroding your sense of autonomy. Another common tactic used by manipulators is the portrayal of themselves as victims. When confronted about their questionable behavior, they often deflect blame and adopt a persona of innocence or suffering. For example, imagine a friend who frequently borrows money but never repays it. When you finally gather the courage to discuss the issue, they might respond with, "I'm really struggling right now. I wouldn't ask if I didn't need it." By positioning themselves as victims, they evoke feelings of guilt and compassion in their targets, leading them to overlook or excuse irresponsible behavior. This tactic protects the manipulator from accountability, while simultaneously creating a cycle of enabling, where the manipulated person feels compelled to continue providing support, even at their own expense. Additionally, manipulators often engage in gaslighting, a psychological tactic designed to make others doubt their perceptions, feelings, and reality. For instance, if a person confronts a manipulative partner about their dishonesty regarding financial issues, the partner might respond with, "You're just being paranoid. I never said that." Such a response creates confusion and insecurity, prompting the victim to question their judgment and memories. Over time, this relentless manipulation can erode self-esteem and self-trust, leaving the victim feeling helpless, disoriented, and increasingly reliant on the manipulator for validation and direction. Consider a real-life scenario. A young woman named Sarah finds herself in a relationship with a charming man, Tom. Initially, Tom showers her with compliments and affection, making her feel special and desired. However, as their relationship progresses, he begins to subtly manipulate her, asking her to change her plans to accommodate his desires. When she expresses discomfort, he uses gaslighting tactics, claiming, "You're overreacting. I thought you loved spending time with me." Over time, Sarah finds herself questioning her own feelings and priorities, illustrating how manipulative behavior can erode one's sense of self. From a Stoic perspective, it's crucial to maintain self-awareness and emotional resilience when dealing with manipulative individuals. Stoicism encourages us to examine our emotions critically and remain grounded in our values. By cultivating self-awareness, we can recognize when someone is attempting to manipulate our feelings or actions. For example, if we notice a colleague repeatedly takes credit for our ideas while subtly undermining our contributions, it may signal the need for us to assert our boundaries and communicate our concerns. Understanding that our self-worth is not dependent on others' approval allows us to stand firm in our beliefs and maintain a sense of agency. Countering manipulation requires establishing clear boundaries and developing assertiveness. When we encounter manipulative behavior, we should address it directly and assertively, making it clear that we will not tolerate such tactics. For instance, if a friend continually tries to guilt you into doing favors, you might respond by saying, "I understand you need help, but I have my own commitments to prioritize right now." This statement not only reinforces your autonomy, but also conveys that their manipulative tactics will not succeed in swaying your decisions. Additionally, learning to say no without feeling guilty is a vital skill in resisting manipulation. Setting limits on what you are willing to do for others is essential for maintaining your integrity and emotional health. If someone tries to push you into a commitment you're uncomfortable with, it's perfectly acceptable to respond with, "I can't take that on right now," regardless of their response. This reinforces your right to prioritize your own well-being over their demands. Seeking counsel from trusted friends, family, or mentors can also provide clarity and strength when navigating manipulative relationships. Discussing your experiences with someone who understands the dynamics of manipulation can help validate your feelings and reinforce your resolve. Sharing these experiences can empower you to take action, reclaim control over your interactions with manipulators, and remind you of your inherent worth outside of their influence. Ultimately, manipulative behavior serves as a significant warning sign of a bad character. These individuals thrive on control and deceit, using flattery, victimhood, and gaslighting to manipulate those around them. By recognizing the signs of manipulation and applying Stoic principles of self-awareness, assertiveness, and boundary setting, we can protect ourselves from the negative impacts of such relationships. Cultivating emotional resilience and maintaining strong values allows us to navigate these challenges with integrity and strength, ultimately fostering healthier, more authentic connections with others. By remaining vigilant and informed, we not only safeguard our emotional well-being, but also create an environment where mutual respect and authenticity can thrive. In doing so, we empower ourselves to build relationships rooted in trust and support, rather than fear and manipulation. Sign 4. Excessive need for control. The excessive need for control is a defining characteristic of individuals with bad character. This trait often manifests as an overwhelming desire to dominate or dictate the actions, thoughts, and emotions of others, creating an environment of dependency and fear. Those with a controlling nature often believe that their way is the only way, leaving little room for autonomy or individuality in their relationships. Their need for control can be driven by deep-seated insecurities, a fear of losing power, or a desire to exert influence over others to compensate for their own perceived shortcomings. One of the most apparent ways this need for control expresses itself is through micromanagement. In a workplace scenario, a manager with this trait may constantly hover over their employees, scrutinizing every detail of their work. For instance, imagine a project leader who insists on approving every email sent to clients, reviewing every report before it's submitted, and questioning employees about every decision they make. This not only stifles creativity and initiative, but also creates an atmosphere of anxiety and resentment. Employees may feel incapable of performing their duties without constant oversight, leading to a decrease in morale and productivity. In the long run, this controlling behavior can lead to high turnover rates, as talented individuals seek out environments where their contributions are valued and their independence respected. In personal relationships, the excessive need for control can be even more damaging. A partner with this trait may seek to dictate every aspect of their significant other's life, from whom they can be friends with to how they spend their free time. For example, a controlling partner might demand to know every detail about their significant other's day, monitoring their phone activity and questioning their interactions with others. They may use guilt or emotional manipulation to justify their behavior, claiming, "I only want what's best for you," while simultaneously undermining their partner's sense of autonomy and self-worth. Over time, the victim may begin to feel like they have lost their identity, as their partner's need for control overshadowed their own desires and aspirations. Another common manifestation of control is the tendency to isolate others. A person with a controlling character might encourage their friends or family members to distance themselves from supportive relationships, fostering an environment where they can maintain dominance. For instance, a controlling friend might disparage other friendships, saying things like, "They don't really care about you like I do," or "You spend too much time with them instead of with me." This tactic not only reinforces their control, but also makes the targeted individual feel guilty for valuing other relationships. Isolation can have severe consequences, as it cuts individuals off from their support systems, leaving them vulnerable and reliant on the manipulator for emotional sustenance. From a Stoic perspective, recognizing and responding to excessive control is essential for maintaining one's autonomy and integrity. Stoicism teaches us that true strength lies in self-governance and the ability to make choices aligned with our values. When faced with controlling behavior, it is crucial to assert our boundaries firmly and remind ourselves that we have the right to make our own decisions. If a controlling partner or friend attempts to dictate our actions or emotions, we should reflect on our values and priorities, allowing this reflection to guide our responses. Establishing boundaries is a key strategy for dealing with individuals who exhibit an excessive need for control. Clear and firm boundaries can help safeguard your autonomy while sending a message that controlling behavior will not be tolerated. For instance, if a friend insists on controlling your schedule, you might respond by saying, "I appreciate your enthusiasm for our plans, but I need to make my own choices about how I spend my time." This kind of assertiveness is vital in regaining control over your life and resisting the influence of those who seek to dominate you. Additionally, cultivating a strong sense of self-worth can empower you to resist the pressures imposed by controlling individuals. The more confident you are in your values and decisions, the less susceptible you will be to their manipulations. Engaging in self-reflection, journaling, or seeking support from trusted friends can help reinforce your sense of identity and autonomy. It's also essential to recognize when the need for control stems from the other person's insecurities. Understanding this context can help you empathize with their behavior, even as you protect your boundaries. For example, if a colleague consistently tries to micromanage your work, consider whether their behavior stems from a fear of failure or inadequacy in their own role. While this insight doesn't excuse their behavior, it can provide perspective, helping you remain calm and assertive in your interactions. In conclusion, the excessive need for control is a significant warning sign of a bad character. Individuals who exhibit this trait often create environments of anxiety, dependency, and isolation, ultimately undermining the autonomy and well-being of those around them. By recognizing controlling behavior and applying Stoic principles of self-governance, boundary setting, and self-reflection, we can empower ourselves to resist manipulation and maintain our integrity. Emphasizing our right to make independent choices allows us to foster healthier, more balanced relationships built on mutual respect and support. Through this approach, we not only protect ourselves from harmful dynamics, but also encourage those around us to cultivate their own autonomy, paving the way for genuine connections rooted in trust and understanding. Sign 5. Dishonesty and lack of integrity. Dishonesty and lack of integrity are hallmark traits of individuals with bad character. These individuals often operate in a world of half-truths and blatant lies, prioritizing their self-interests over ethical considerations. Their behavior creates a toxic atmosphere where trust is scarce and genuine relationships are hard to form. When someone is dishonest, they not only mislead others but also undermine the very foundations of mutual respect and reliability essential for healthy interactions. At the core of dishonesty is a willingness to distort the truth for personal gain. This can manifest in various ways, from minor fabrications to significant deceptions. For instance, a colleague might take credit for another person's work, falsely claiming it as their own to gain a promotion or accolades. Such acts of dishonesty not only harm the person who deserves recognition, but also erode trust within the team. When people see that they can't rely on one another to be truthful, collaboration suffers, and a toxic work culture can develop, leading to increased stress and dissatisfaction among employees. Moreover, dishonest individuals often exhibit a pattern of evasive behavior. They may provide vague responses when asked direct questions or offer inconsistent accounts of events. For example, consider a friend who frequently makes plans but consistently cancels at the last minute. When confronted, they might claim to have a valid excuse, only for that excuse to change each time the situation arises. Such behaviors signal a lack of integrity, as they suggest the individual is not being truthful about their commitments or their reasons for avoiding responsibility. This pattern can leave friends feeling frustrated and devalued, as their time and feelings are dismissed. A particularly insidious form of dishonesty is the manipulation of information. Some individuals may deliberately present misleading data or facts to serve their agendas. In a political context, a candidate might twist statistics to paint a rosier picture of their achievements or discredit their opponent, using half-truths to sway public opinion. This lack of integrity not only distorts reality, but also erodes public trust in institutions, leading to a cycle of cynicism and disillusionment among the populace. When leaders prioritize deception over transparency, they fail to fulfill their moral obligations, and their actions can have far-reaching consequences. In personal relationships, dishonesty can be devastating. A partner who conceals important aspects of their life or lies about their feelings creates a rift in the relationship, fostering distrust and insecurity. For example, consider a romantic relationship in which one partner lies about their financial situation, leading to shared financial decisions based on false premises. When the truth eventually surfaces, the betrayed partner may feel not only shocked but also deeply hurt, questioning the foundation of their entire relationship. Trust, once broken, is challenging to rebuild, and the emotional fallout can be long-lasting. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of honesty and integrity as essential components of a virtuous life. According to Stoicism, living truthfully is aligned with living in accordance with nature and reason. When we uphold honesty, we cultivate inner strength and self-respect. which are crucial for personal growth and fulfilling relationships. Recognizing dishonesty in others allows us to navigate our interactions with greater awareness and to protect our emotional well-being. To protect yourself from the harm caused by dishonesty, it's crucial to develop a keen sense of discernment. Pay attention to inconsistencies in others' stories or behaviors, and trust your instincts when something feels off. For example, if someone frequently avoids direct questions or seems overly defensive when discussing their actions, these may be red flags signaling deeper issues of integrity. Establishing boundaries is also vital. When you identify someone who demonstrates a pattern of dishonesty, it's essential to communicate your expectations clearly. You might say, "I value honesty in our relationship, and I hope we can have open and truthful conversations." This assertion reinforces your commitment to integrity while holding the other person accountable for their actions. Furthermore, practicing self-reflection can help you maintain your integrity when confronted with dishonesty. Stoicism teaches that our responses to others' actions are within our control. By reflecting on your values and principles, you can ensure that you remain true to yourself, even when faced with dishonesty from those around you. This practice fosters resilience and a strong sense of self-worth, empowering you to navigate challenging interactions with grace. In summary, dishonesty and lack of integrity are clear indicators of a person with a bad character. These traits undermine trust, create toxic environments, and can inflict emotional harm on those who are affected. By embracing Stoic principles of honesty, self-reflection, and boundary setting, we can protect ourselves from the destructive influences of dishonest individuals. Recognizing these patterns not only helps us safeguard our own integrity, but also fosters a deeper understanding of the importance of truthfulness in all aspects of life. Ultimately, by prioritizing honesty and integrity, we pave the way for healthier relationships built on mutual respect, trust, and authenticity. Sign 6. Refusal to take responsibility for their actions. One of the most glaring signs of a person with a bad character is their refusal to take responsibility for their actions. This trait reveals a fundamental lack of accountability that can have significant repercussions on their relationships and the broader environment. Rather than acknowledging their mistakes, individuals with this tendency often deflect blame onto others, external circumstances, or even society at large. This behavior not only demonstrates immaturity, but also erodes trust and creates a toxic atmosphere where growth and understanding are stifled. When confronted with the consequences of their actions, a person lacking responsibility may resort to a variety of tactics to escape accountability. For instance, consider a workplace scenario where a team fails to meet a critical deadline. Instead of taking ownership of their part in the project's shortcomings, a member of the team might blame a lack of resources or point fingers at colleagues for not completing their tasks. This refusal to acknowledge personal shortcomings not only shifts the burden onto others, but also prevents any meaningful resolution or learning from the experience. In a work environment, such behavior can lead to frustration and resentment among colleagues, ultimately undermining team cohesion and performance. This refusal to accept responsibility can extend beyond professional settings into personal relationships as well. For example, imagine a friend who consistently cancels plans at the last minute due to personal issues. When confronted about their behavior, instead of recognizing the impact of their actions on your time and feelings, they might respond with excuses, claiming that they have too much going on or that external factors are to blame. Such deflection can leave the other person feeling invalidated and neglected, as their friend refuses to acknowledge the emotional toll of their actions. The psychological underpinnings of this behavior often stem from deep-seated insecurities and fears. For many, accepting responsibility can feel like an admission of failure, which can be overwhelming. Consequently, they may choose to project their insecurities onto others, creating a cycle of blame and avoidance. In extreme cases, this may manifest as gaslighting, where the individual twists reality to make others doubt their perceptions and feelings. A person might insist that they are not to blame for a conflict, insisting that the other party has misinterpreted their intentions or overreacted. Such tactics can leave victims feeling confused and powerless. further perpetuating the cycle of manipulation. From a Stoic perspective, taking responsibility is fundamental to personal growth and moral character. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, but we can control our responses and decisions. Acknowledging one's faults is not a sign of weakness, but rather an opportunity for reflection and self-improvement. By facing the consequences of our actions, we develop resilience and strengthen our integrity. For example, a Stoic individual would recognize when they've made a mistake and view it as a chance to learn, adapt, and make better choices in the future. To protect yourself from the fallout of dealing with someone who refuses to take responsibility, it's crucial to set clear boundaries. When faced with this behavior, you might express your feelings directly. I need you to acknowledge how your actions affect me and take responsibility for what happened. This establishes an expectation of accountability and encourages a healthier dynamic in the relationship. Additionally, cultivating self-awareness is essential. Reflect on your interactions with this person and identify any patterns of blame shifting or refusal to engage with their mistakes. Understanding these dynamics can empower you to respond effectively and maintain your emotional well-being. Furthermore, consider the importance of maintaining realistic expectations. Recognizing that some individuals may never accept responsibility can help you navigate these relationships with less frustration. Instead of seeking validation from them, focus on your growth and understanding of what accountability means in your life. In conclusion, a refusal to take responsibility for one's actions is a clear indicator of a person with a bad character. This behavior not only undermines trust and respect, but also prevents genuine growth and understanding in relationships. By embracing Stoic principles of accountability, reflection, and boundary setting, we can protect ourselves from the negative impacts of such individuals. Recognizing this trait allows us to foster healthier connections on mutual respect and honesty, ultimately leading to more fulfilling interactions and personal growth. Sign 7. Jealousy and intent to undermine others. Jealousy and a deliberate intent to undermine others are two of the most toxic traits displayed by individuals with bad character. These emotions often stem from deep-seated insecurities and feelings of inadequacy, leading individuals to lash out at those they perceive as threats to their self-worth or status. Unlike healthy competition, which can motivate individuals to improve and succeed, jealousy breeds a desire to see others fail, often resulting in harmful behavior that can sabotage relationships and undermine group dynamics. At its core, jealousy manifests as a fear of being overshadowed or replaced. For instance, consider a scenario in a workplace where one employee excels and receives recognition for their efforts. Instead of celebrating this colleague's achievements, a jealous coworker may engage in passive-aggressive behavior, spreading rumors or making snide comments to undermine that person's reputation. This not only creates a toxic work environment, but can also affect team morale, leading to distrust and conflict among colleagues. Such behavior is often a desperate attempt to elevate oneself by dragging others down, illustrating a fundamental lack of respect for the achievements of others. Moreover, jealousy can seep into personal relationships as well. Imagine two friends who have shared their dreams and ambitions. When one of them begins to achieve their goals, the other might respond not with support, but with resentment, making dismissive remarks about their friend's success or downplaying their accomplishments. This can create a rift between friends, where one feels the need to hide their achievements to avoid provoking jealousy or animosity. The intent to undermine, in this case, serves only to sow discord and distance, replacing what should be a supportive relationship with suspicion and bitterness. From a Stoic perspective, jealousy is rooted in the erroneous belief that our happiness is dependent on external circumstances or the success of others. Stoicism teaches us that we should focus on our own journey, valuing our growth and accomplishments without measuring them against others. A Stoic individual understands that someone else's success does not diminish their own worth. Instead of feeling threatened, they can view others' achievements as sources of inspiration, motivating them to strive for their own goals. The Stoics advocate for a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Recognizing that there is enough success and happiness to go around helps diminish feelings of jealousy. For example, when we see a colleague receiving a promotion, rather than feeling envy, a Stoic would take a moment to reflect on the hard work and dedication that led to that achievement. This perspective fosters a sense of community and encourages collaboration rather than competition. To protect yourself from the harmful effects of jealousy and intent to undermine, it's essential to cultivate strong self-awareness. Recognize when you feel envy creeping in and consciously shift your focus to gratitude and appreciation for your own journey. Surrounding yourself with supportive, positive individuals can also help create an environment that discourages jealousy and encourages collaboration. Building a network of like-minded individuals who celebrate each other's successes fosters a culture of encouragement rather than sabotage. Additionally, setting clear boundaries with individuals who display jealousy can protect your emotional well-being. If a friend or colleague frequently belittles your accomplishments or engages in undermining behavior, addressing this directly is crucial. You might say, "I value our friendship, but I need us to support each other rather than compete." Establishing these boundaries helps maintain healthy relationships and fosters an atmosphere of mutual respect. In conclusion, jealousy and the intent to undermine others are clear indicators of a person with a bad character. These traits not only harm interpersonal relationships, but also create toxic environments that stifle growth and collaboration. By adopting a Stoic mindset focused on self-worth, gratitude, and community, we can shield ourselves from the destructive impact of jealousy. Recognizing these behaviors allows us to build healthier, more supportive connections, fostering relationships that encourage mutual success and personal growth. How to protect yourself from people with bad character. To safeguard your emotional well-being and maintain healthy relationships, consider the following strategies. Establish clear boundaries. Setting and maintaining firm boundaries is essential when dealing with individuals who exhibit bad character traits. Communicate clearly what behaviors you will and will not tolerate. Boundaries are necessary for protecting your mental health and reinforcing mutual respect. Prioritize self-care. Engage in activities that boost your mood and focus on maintaining your physical and mental well-being. Self-care serves as a grounding tool, helping you manage stress and reminding you of your worth beyond negative influences. Stoic practices like meditation and reflection can help reinforce your inner resilience. Seek support from trustworthy individuals. Don't hesitate to lean on friends, family, or mental health professionals if you're struggling with the impact of dealing with people of bad character. A supportive network can offer guidance, validate your feelings, and provide practical advice on managing difficult relationships. Conclusion. Recognizing these warning signs and implementing protective strategies is crucial for maintaining your inner peace and steering clear of unhealthy relationships. By embracing Stoic principles, you empower yourself to identify individuals who may not have your best interests at heart. This heightened awareness enables you to cultivate stronger, more positive connections grounded in trust, respect, and mutual support. Navigating the complexities of human interactions can be challenging, especially when faced with individuals who exhibit negative traits. However, by arming yourself with knowledge and self-awareness, you can approach these situations with clarity and confidence. Remember that your emotional well-being is paramount, and prioritizing it will lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. If you found this information valuable, consider subscribing to Stoic Mindset for more insights on building healthier relationships and fostering emotional well-being. Our community is dedicated to exploring practical strategies rooted in Stoic philosophy to enhance your life and relationships. We encourage you to engage with us. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts, experiences, or questions about dealing with difficult personalities. Your voice matters, and together we can create a supportive environment where everyone can learn and grow. Let's embark on this journey of understanding and resilience together.